Hello there and welcome to Music Lesson with Tony Valley. Today we're going to be starting the explanation of modes. In today's lesson we're going to start explaining modes. We're going to first start off with the first mode, the Ionian mode, and that's just a major scale. So we're going to start with C, as no sharps and flats. C major scale is an Ionian mode. And there's going to be many different modes, but what you got to start thinking about is that modes are built off the scale degrees. So you have a C major, the first note C. Off the second note of the C major scale, there's going to be another mode, and that's the Dorian mode. Okay, so we want to think of the Dorian as number 2. Number 3 would be Phrygian, that'd be the 3rd degree. Lydian, 4th degree. Mixolydian, 5th degree. And then we're going to have the Aeolian, 6th degree. And the 7th is going to be the Locrian. Okay? And the easiest way to start this is to work on it out of a major scale. Know the major scale. And that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. Okay? So the Ionian mode is your C major scale. The D Dorian mode, okay, because that's the second of C, you always want to keep the key signature of the original major scale that you're starting from. So D Dorian is from the C major scale, and what you're going to do is just play from D to D. You're going to skip that first note, that's C, because you've got the Ionian mode, the major scale. You're going to start on the 2nd degree, but what you're going to do is you're going to add that note at the end. So you're going to go D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And you're like, well, that's the same notes, but same notes are there, but you're starting on the 2nd degree, so it has a different feel. The major scale is, here's the D Dorian mode. A little different feel. And then when you go on to the Phrygian, you are going to go on to playing off the 3rd degree. So you're going to start now on E, and you go E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And that's the simplest way to think of these modes. They're scales within scales. All you do is you start on whatever point and you add that extra note, or those extra notes that you're adding in. So if you're on the, again, D, you're adding a D at the end. If you're adding E, you're going to add the E at the end. If you're starting on F, you add the F at the end, and continue on like that. I have a couple patterns right here, and it's an easy way to memorize a Dorian mode movable pattern. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you a D Dorian. Again, that's from C major, the Ionian mode, C major scale. We're going to play a Dorian mode. We're going to move up to the, let's actually do this one on the 10th fret, and that's D. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to continue to keep the key signature of C major, meaning we're not going to do any sharps and flats. So we're just going to go D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and continue through. So right here, here's a pattern. You might want to write this down. We're going to go 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Those are all the available notes in the D Dorian mode. So let's start that back again on the 10th fret, 6th string. You're just going to go 1, 3, 4. And those notes are D, E, F, etc. Next string, you're going to put your first finger on the 10th fret, 5th string. Then the 3rd finger on the 12th fret, 5th string. On this one, though, you're going to move your first finger down to the 9th fret, 4th string. You're going to go 1, 2, 4. That's on the 9, 10, 12. And then do that same thing on the 3rd string. Then move your first finger back up to the 10th fret, and you're going to play 10, 12, 13. And then you're going to go over to the 1st string and play 10, 12, 13. Again, those are all the notes from D to D. So they're actually the same notes as the C major scale, but again, you're starting on D and it has a different feel to it. The actual mode scale formula for that, if you want to know it in steps, because we've got major scales that are whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And what that means is that your spaces, this is a whole step, space, you have a space between, and this is a half step. Okay? Now in the Dorian mode, the formula to make that scale is going to be whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole. Okay, if you want to technically get to it, that is the exact pattern, or actually the formula of the whole steps and half steps that make that mode. Another way to think of the Dorian mode, and it's an easier and quicker way, is to think of it as a minor scale with a raised 6th degree. So at that point, whatever note you pick, as long as you raise the 6th degree, so if I'm here going, playing a D minor, I'm going to raise the 6th degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. That's all you have to do, and you can move that anywhere. So right now, I'm going to play a C Dorian, okay? Okay, and that's an easy way to memorize the Dorian mode is a minor scale with a raised 6th degree. But again, if you really want to get into it, you just got to know that the D Dorian mode is from C major, because it's 2, and you're just going to go D to D. And if you get used to it in these multiple ways, you really get the modes down that way. And again, going back to that pattern right here, we're going to play that on D. And again, this is a movable Dorian mode. All right. Another pattern we can use is going to be with the 4th finger. Same fret, you're going to be doing D. And again, you're all playing natural notes, so they're going to be D to D. Okay? So what we're going to do right here is we're going to play the available notes in the D Dorian mode on the 7th position. We're going to go, the root note's right here, but we can grab these 2 other notes here, and that's a B and C, okay? But again, we're playing D Dorian, so we're going to go B, C, D, and then continue on E, F, G. So right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 4 on the 7th fret, and again, this is movable to any fret, but right now we're doing the D Dorian mode. 5th string, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, and we're staying right on that 7th fret position. Then 1, 3, 4, then 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Then we go down backwards. All right, and again, a simple way to memorize that is just learning that box pattern right there and realizing that you're just playing from D to D out of the C major scale. Now, once you start moving to different keys, if you're in the key of G major and you want to play an A Dorian mode, you're going to have to make sure that you sharp the F, because in the key of G major, there's an F sharp, okay? So now you're going to be going from, if you're playing an A, actually if we're in G major and we're going to play an A Dorian, you're going to be playing A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. Again, whatever scale you start out of, the Ionian mode, the major scale, you have to keep the key signatures that are in that major scale, okay? So right there, today we worked on the Ionian mode and Dorian mode. For the next lesson, we'll work on the Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian. If you have any questions about this lesson, please feel free to email me at tonyvalley@tonyvalley.com. We'll see you for the next one.